We're the society company, and we are perfectly placed to take communities and customers on the journey at a time like this to becoming self-sustaining and resilient by buying better together. We're leveraging the power of communities to democratize retail. And we're on this mission to really bring those communities together with the greatest tool at our disposal, our collective buying power, so that the simple act of shopping can benefit everyone, the consumer, the community, the climate, and even the corporate. Because let's be honest, the way that we shop feels broken. Each of us is spending thousands of pounds and hundreds of hours at the supermarket, buying products that don't necessarily benefit our pocket or our planet and are just creating more waste. It's only when we consider our collective impact do we understand quite the scale of the problem. Just 500 households, which could be the street that you live on, or the school where you send your children, or the office where you go to work. Just those 500 households will accumulatively spend £1.5 million for years of time spent at the supermarket, creating 20 tons of single-use plastic every year. That's a lot of waste, and we thought there had to be a better way, so we created one. The Society Company provides a compelling opportunity to buy sustainable products in a way that delivers tangible and direct benefits to the community and society at large, where people can come together with the community they love to launch their very own refill store delivered to your door, where people shop together to get the best eco and sustainable products at the best possible prices, and save together with our gamified ecometric system to see how much time, money, and plastic you save and how much is raised for the cause that you care about. As I said, we are bringing the refill store to people's door, but how are we doing this? Well, we've been through an extensive process to find the most ethical version of the most bought household essentials. We launched with 150 products within the sectors of eat, clean, and care to allow people that monthly essential basket for the family and home. And we produced them all in a zero plastic waste form. Our subscription is fully customizable each month to suit the needs of any and all customers. And our partners have been handpicked. These are the best in class eco brands to work with. And we've curated rather than replicated and secured favorable margins ranging between 45 to 90%. Now, we were able to iterate and test our product mix to suit our customer persona at the beta stage, and here were the results. We launched with 5 communities over a 3-month period, an average size of 300, with 31% conversion rate, monthly basket size of £32. This saw us achieving a £10,000 monthly recurring revenue and an industry-beating churn rate of 3%. To give some context, the industry leader within the meal plan sector, HelloFresh, operates between 6 to 8% monthly churn. And that wasn't the only area where we beat our competition. We kept our cost per acquisition well below £12. So this system really works. And having achieved 175,000 per annum with just 5 communities, we're rolling out our strategy to larger organizations in this growth phase, and we're targeting 50 communities. And I'll show you how we get there. Our beta was conducted in this first channel. Small community sizes of around 300, as I mentioned, schools and churches. But our channel strategy of communities, councils, corporates, and charities, all with strong pipelines within each, allow us to really launch and grow these partnerships. We've secured Royal Borough of Kensington and Chelsea, YMCA and Sky, and we look to launch with each of those over this next year, because there isn't an organization in any of these channels which doesn't want a leadership role within sustainability or add another revenue stream. And every member of that organization or community wants that social capital of being able to say they played their part. So with communities, They gain a portion of the profits by spreading the word. Simple. And the size of this market is quite extreme. With just these 4 sectors of schools, churches, sports clubs, and community centres, we have an addressable market of 40 million customers. And at scale, 1% of this market, we can achieve a recurring revenue of 44 million. Councils, as I said, we are launching with Kensington and Chelsea in July, and they themselves want to save 100 tonnes of plastic and feed over 1,000 vulnerable families this year. To achieve this, their comms department have agreed to send an email to all their residents in the borough and have secured 2 prominent and permanent sites for our face-to-face sales teams to operate from. At a conservative penetration rate of 5%, we're looking at 300,000 revenue per year in Kensington and Chelsea alone. We want to replicate this in the 9 other London boroughs that we've targeted and achieve a yearly revenue of over 5 million. The compelling case for corporates, while we're only at the beginning stages of this, do look quite compelling, as the organisation would look to purchase a box for all their employees, all of that being fully tax deductible up to £50 per employee, and any ongoing subscription by the employees could be claimed towards their CSR budget, gaining the organisation a net positive to their bottom line. So as I hope you can see, we have a strong opportunity to meet customers where they are, whether that's at home, work or play. And each of these channels is imminently scalable. Any one of these channels delivered represents a healthy business. But it's really understanding how we keep these customers and how they help us grow. This is an example of a personalized page. This was our first community, and the headmaster in the top right-hand corner gave us instant credibility. And the community had this feeling of coming together collectively to achieve something meaningful. You see, it's their initiative and they are the heroes, but it's our company who support with all the heavy lifting, logistics and operations needed to launch. And having set clear targets from the outset, these communities themselves are reminded of where they are on the journey to achieving them and incentivized to share with their own network to reach that goal of money raised or plastic saved. And collectively, our impact speaks for itself. Just in that small beta and in a 3-month period, our impact metrics drove loyalty, engagement, and growth organically, whilst reducing churn. And the best part of this was, in the middle of a pandemic, we raised enough money to feed over 8,000 vulnerable families within the local area. We have a fantastic team behind us of advisors and full-time. This includes the former marketing director of Ocado, the current CMO of Nokia, that held the position as CMO at PayPal and Samsung, the creative director of BBH, and an Accenture alumni who advises Centrica and Shell. Our growth in Q1, we overexceeded our beta projections to break even in Q1 with a month-on-month growth rate averaging at 40%. Here's where you can help. We are seeking 150,000, of which 45,000 SEIS is left on a first come, first served basis. This will allow us the cash flow to be able to improve our product and service, these larger organizations that we spoke of. Our strategy would be to exit within 3 to 5 years, to those on the bottom right-hand side of your screen, at a ROI multiple of X60. If that doesn't convince you, I'd like to impress upon you the time for this company really is now. And I believe the customers have spoken, not just with their feet, but with their wallets, because the problems that we're facing now have only grown in scope and seriousness. And the society company represents a real opportunity to make an impact with your everyday purchases. And the current trends are very much in our favor, whether it's the community angle or businesses needing a purpose, or zero waste products arguably being the core shopping mentality of Gen Z customers. We here at SOCO believe that our model addresses each of these deal breakers, and we want to bridge that gap and help people implement a monthly shop that matters.